What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel, check out the content. And with that being said, man, I ran across a video and it kind of got me thinking about Kobe Bryant's career, right? In which basically he had two careers. Like the one, the Kobe Bryant got that came to the league before uh like early in his career, the one before he got that trouble in Colorado, right? And so I think that Kobe Bryant came to the league. And remember, Kobe Bryant's father was a part of the NBA, right? Played for the 76ers. And so I think because his father had experience in the NBA, I think Kobe knew to stay away from certain certain entities and certain people in the league and keep himself out of certain environments. I remember Kobe Bryant was hanging out one time. Allen Iverson, they was hanging out together, and Allen Iverson wanted to go. He said, "Man, I'm going to go hang out such and such." Kobe like, "Nah, man, I'm going to go work out, right?" And so Allen Iverson went and hung out, and Kobe went to work out, and that's just how Kobe was, right? He was focused and he was dedicated. He was consumed by basketball, right? That's been Kobe throughout his career. So you can't say that, well, after the Colorado, as a matter of fact, after the after the incident in Colorado, Kobe actually started to work out and focus more on basketball. But this video or the audio that I'm about to play just lets you know that there were two different Kobe Bryants. And I think Kobe Bryant held out for as long as he could, as far as being being able or being in a position where he had to compromise and associate with dark forces. Now, if you ever see like this evil guy that be at those Lakers games, he's an evil looking, crazy looking guy, and Kobe Bryant had made it clear for people in his circle he don't want nothing to do with that guy, right? And sometimes you'll even see that guy with in pictures, like in the background of LeBron James, right? Now I don't know if LeBron James have anything to do with him, but Kobe Bryant wanted nothing to do with that guy, right? And so I think that the situation, in my opinion, that happened in Colorado, I think that was a setup to put Kobe in a position where a compromising position where he had to commit and take an oath to something that he knew that he didn't want to, right? And so listen to the audio that I'm about to play here. This is from, where is this from? Trap House Kitchen, and he's reacting to another video. But check this out. He's reacting to some clips.
Go through the clips.
Do you have any songs like maybe video game, maybe not on the field or whatever, but do you have any songs that you like go-to songs like when you're kind of just starting to kind of settle into the locker room? And
yeah, actually 3 years ago, Kobe said in an interview, he was playing the Michael Myers theme song. And when he said that 3 years ago, I was sitting down, I was like, it's kind of weird. And then I started listening, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. So one game I got there, pre-game, I put it in my headphones. I'm like, I like this. I like this. I like this. So as I'm saying that in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play this every game day. And I just kept it on repeat. So to this day, I still do the same thing. Like I play it on repeat and I'm in that mode.
All right, so let me say this, right? Sometimes guys at that level, Kobe, Mike, even Tom Brady, they have rituals and they have, they superstitious and they have things that they do that the average athlete don't do. Like even Tom Brady said that his wife was somewhat into witchcraft, right? And so, like I don't know, it's like once you get to that certain level, and most people can't really identify with it. But I think that Kobe, you just become you number one, you're probably superstitious. then you consumed by it, right? And so that's why you got to be careful, man, because you're dealing with dark forces once you start to really get consumed by something like that. When you get to that level, man, and I think it affects a lot of athletes who are really, at that level.
Kobe said he did this. So I said, let me try it. So when I tried it, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I like this. I like this. I like this. To this day, I still do it.
And also think about this. What's the guy, Steve Jobs? Some people might use what do they call psychedelics, right? Drugs that'll carry your mind to a whole nother level, and it makes you, I don't know, like they say, it makes you just like almost, it just makes you more aware of things that are going on around you. It makes you creative and stuff like that, right? So people are always looking for an edge, and it's not just about like, all right, give me an edge as far as like taking enhancement drugs or something like that. They want to open themselves up mentally. Some people want to try and open themselves up spiritually, right? And that can get really, really dark once you start to do things like that, because it'll take you, like I said, it'll take you into a whole nother direction and a deeper level. It said that people even did it during World War II, like the Germans and stuff, even experimented with things like that, with worshiping different dark forces and stuff like that, man. So this stuff right here can really get interesting.
Do y'all understand the power of the mind, your psyche? But most of all, this dude did something out of sheer influence. That's a word we can never get away from on this channel. Influence. And that's why it's so important that I make these videos, because that's a grown man right there. He's a hooper. That's a grown man influenced by another grown man. So if we got grown men out here influenced by other grown men, think about the weaker minds. Think about the little ones. We got grown men being influenced by grown men. This dude started a whole ritual because of another grown man. That's why they get the big bucks, the influence. But let's continue.
I also love the way that the media kept saying he in the Calabasas hills. These are hills, okay? And the fog layer was pretty low laying, like 2,500 feet. I'd actually have to look that up with the weather people, but I was climbing on top of a mountain and you could see the sun above it. You could climb above it. I'm assuming this helicopter had radar. I'm assuming the pilot was aware of fog, and I'm assuming that everything had instruments to fly. I found it very, very, very strange that the helicopter had no black box. That would be the only vehicle in the world that didn't have a black box on it, or we just don't want to acknowledge it had one, and we're going to say it didn't, and then we're just going to rip it out and keep it to ourselves. I also feel when I felt it, okay, so when I looked at the energy of the helicopter, forget everything else I said, when I looked at the energy of the helicopter, I felt the energy, okay, a pyramid, upside down pyramid, triangle, upside down triangle, or yeah, upside down triangle, like the wide part here, and down. It was the latitude and longitude of where the plane went down. It was part of the ritual. It was pulled magnetically down. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. I don't feel it was an engine miscalculation.
I'm going to be 100. I mess with Sloan Bella, but I take everything with a grain of salt, and I'm not trying to discredit her credibility or her craft or whatever she may be into that provides her certain information. I'm not going to say answers because we don't know if these things are true or false. So let's keep that in mind. I'm not trying to disrespect whatever provides her with the information, but what stuck out the most to me in that clip was Not only the latitude and longitude being a part of a ritual, allegedly, but the weather conditions. And then she said it might be the only vehicle in the world without a black box. Why wouldn't you have a black box in there? For what?
I think from what I'm gathering, what the lady Sloan Bella was saying, that she was being sarcastic. You know, okay, so this is the only aircraft in the country without a black box, because I think that all helicopters and airplanes are legally supposed to have black boxes, right? And so that's what I gathered from what she was saying. That's the way I took it.
It's Kobe. I know I can't say I know that they're not projecting or expecting certain type events, but come on, man. Why no black box? That's a very interesting thing right there. I'm not gonna say too much though. Let's get to the next clip.
Kobe Bryant's Halloween ritual before games exposes NBA fan logic. If LeBron James said he listened to the Halloween theme on repeat before big games so he could feel like Michael Myers, people would call him weird before halftime. But when Kobe Bryant said it, the basketball world turned it into Mamba mentality. Kobe once explained that before certain big games, he would lock himself into a different mental space. He compared it to an actor getting into character. Then he admitted he would play the Halloween theme over and over in his headphones because Michael Myers had no emotion, no hype, no friendliness, just a cold, empty mask. Now, to be clear, Michael Myers is a fictional horror character, not a real serial killer. Kobe was openly saying he had to mentally detach from normal emotion to compete at the level that he wanted to. And instead of people calling it strange, they praised it because it fit the image that they already loved. Obsessive, ruthless, isolated, and extreme. This is where I say that NBA fan logic gets exposed. Kobe would say something borderline disturbing, and fans would call it killer instinct. LeBron says he felt like the GOAT in 2016, and people act like confidence is a character flaw. One player's intensity becomes myth, and another player's self-belief becomes arrogance. So in this sense, Kobe's mindset helped make him great, but the way fans discuss it proves the real point. A lot of NBA legacy talk is not what some actually said or did. It's about whether fans already like the brand attached to it. Kobe listening to Michael Myers becomes legendary. LeBron believing in his own greatness becomes controversy.
All right, so let me respond to that, right? So, all right, so people like the result. So if Kobe Bryant says, I'm like Michael Myers, right? And Michael Myers is cold and calculating and evil, right? And Kobe go out there on the court and he just destroys everybody on the court. And he's aggressive at both ends of the court. Then the result, people don't care how you got there. You know, they're going to celebrate the fact that you got there. Now, LeBron James said, I think I'm the GOAT. And he lose 6 out of 10 championships. They not, you know what I mean? They want results. And so this is what Kobe did to psych himself up, you know, say that he was, he was Michael Myers and he played the theme music from Halloween. Yeah, to most people, that's going to be odd, right? But just think about it like this. Like some people, you know, like when you're in a basketball game or you get ready to start a game, you're in a warm-up line and they playing music. You know, it could be the latest song, whatever the song is, pick an artist, right? And that song right there will motivate you and pump you up. Well, what Kobe did, what he thought he was doing was carrying himself to even a different mental level, like something that's darker, something that's more destructive, something that's even more aggressive, right? Nobody not listening to no daggone Michael Myers or thinking them putting themselves in that type of mind frame to get themselves ready for an NBA game, man. That's crazy, right? So, and if, like I said, they had some people had an opportunity or to maybe do something even and carry it to the next level. So you never know what kind of oath or what kind of commitment that these athletes, especially the elite athletes, will take, man, to give themselves a mental, not only a physical edge, but a mental edge, man. So once Kobe, I think he got to that level, man, I just think that he may have been dealing with forces and things just got out of control. Yeah, this is just crazy. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, check y'all out in the next video. Peace.